We're in there, folks. We are back and we are ready for some more puzzle action with Blueprints on the PC. If you guys have never seen this game before, it is a puzzle mystery game that is roguelike in the sense that, like, you go through days and every day has a bunch of stuff reset, and you need to smartly use your resources in order to investigate different things each day to put together the whole story and the whole puzzle. So I'm on day 31 or 32, and oh, hi, Mia. I'm gonna get too warm with her on me. I better take my sweatshirt off. Muffin? I'll take a blueberry muffin for sure. Especially when they put a little sugar on top of it, you know? Whew. My favorite, like, breakfast bakery thing, though, is coffee cake. I love coffee cake with some cinnamon. Speaking of which, Starbucks got rid of it. I had a cinnamon coffee cake from Starbucks, like, a couple weeks ago, and then I went into Starbucks the next day, and they said that they got rid of it. Mia, do you wanna come up here or not? I gave you your wet food. Oh, let's go. Okay. So when I mentioned the roguelike element of the game, kind of what I'm talking about is the map is kind of like a Zelda dungeon. We're gonna explore in first person, but you know, it's a bird's eye view, square rooms that can have a door on any of their sides. And every time that we approach a door that goes to a blank spot, we get a randomly drawn selection of rooms that we can make it. And those rooms have different properties, different doors. Now, the first one I'm going to do is a little bit different. It's the outside door, or the outside room, which is something that you unlock at some point. Here, let me scooch chat over so that we're not covering up our resources here. But yeah, so at the start of each day, we've got I can sacrifice a few steps. On the top left is a step counter, which it decrements every time that you cross a threshold. So that's kind of one of the resources that you need to maintain. But here we go. I really like Shelter. I'm pretty interested in Shrine because I think I ran out of my Dancer blessing, and so I want a new blessing. So you know what? I'm going to take the Shrine. So I will come back later when I have a bunch of money and make a good blessing. Or make a good offering, I mean to say. I don't think I've ever had rice pudding, by the way. Alright, so, here's my allowance. And now, as I am exploring today, what am I trying to solve? Well, I've got a whole folder of stuff to look at. So, these are my current open ends. I feel like there's another thing. Oh, there's something that I need to write down right away. Which is, we learned this information last time, but guess what? We also have this information. So I can actually assign a name to the different realms, I think. Yeah. Okay. So let's put this info together. let's go in here. Let's open this with paint. And so over here is my answer sheet on what each realm is, what its symbol is. But then now we can also add the names of them. So this one's name is Korarika. Yeah. This is Korarika. Okay. This is Morajai. I don't know why I would need to know this info at this point, but it's info, and so I'm writing it down. All right, and then down here we've got Vera is the doubler down here. Okay, and then there was the other side of the world right here. We've got Nuance. I don't know if I have all the names yet. We've got... is Orindia? Is that this? It must be. Okay, so yeah, down here, this is... Was that Eraja? Yeah. Oh, I'm kind of covering what I'm doing now. We've got Orinda Aries. And then we've got Orindia up here. All right, so there we go. Now we have names and symbols for each of the nations. All right, all right. Mrs. Dash's plane lands tomorrow at 5. So if you're holding out Expedition 33 for when Mrs. Dash is back home, tomorrow's the day. Okay. There we go. Now, so let's look back now at my open ends. All right, so here, these are all of the things that I'm trying to solve right now. And I'm not exactly sure what I'm doing on this one yet. Let's just start drafting. Let's just get going, you know. Try to get something going here. I should maybe be rereading all of the documents I find and trying to put together more of the overarching story. Something that curves right is perfect here. All right, we've got a puzzle. The box next to this box is false. The box next to this box is true. Okay, this box cannot be lying. Because if it was lying, then all 3 would be liars, and that would break the rules of the game, which is that at least one box has to tell the truth. So this box must tell the truth, which means that this box has to be lying, because this one is telling the truth, which means this box has to be telling the truth, which is telling us that this one has the gems. All right, white box has the gems. Very nice. Moving on. Perfect time for a corridor. Darn good time for a courtyard. The reason being that I'm looking at my door layouts, you know? Because this having a door going off to the right kind of opens me up to take a dead end off of the den here. And dead ends generally, you know, have a decent payoff in them. Alright, I see that box over there. I'm gonna keep going upward for now. Do we take the garage? I'm gonna say let's kind of risk a garage here. It's a risk because it's a dead end. And you know, I don't want to run out of doors, but it gives 3 keys. So, Christoph, this is the 3rd time this month you and the car have been gone when your services were required. I don't care how long you have been driving for his lordship. Your absence must be accounted for. Okay. I'm going to start writing some stuff down that's story stuff. So, Christoph is lordship's driver, and we've established that he's been around a while. Mrs. Babbage writes letters to the estate staff about their performance. We are gonna start putting this shit together. By the end of this game, I'm gonna have a whole fucking Pepe Silva corkboard just decked out. So now, what we really want to see... I'm going to go back for the dead end like I was talking about. Well, I actually shouldn't. But I'm gonna. Oh, and none of them are dead ends anyway. I think we take security here. It's nice to have security as early as possible. Or, I mean, just early. And as always, we're just going to pop in here. We are going to turn the offline mode to unlocked so that if we shut down the power to the keycard doors, they will unlock instead of lock. And then we could start going that way. I'm going to say take me back around. I'm not moving super efficiently here. But maybe that'll be fine. Alright. Bedroom or kitchen are both really good here. I'll take the kitchen. And what do we got on the menu? We want an aquarium to make the dining room better. Gotcha. Okay, okay. Secret passage is pretty good here. And I generally just like green rooms. However, we do want our door possibilities to be great. So I'm actually going to take orange room here. I take orange pretty often as well. Aquarium. Let's take it. That also makes tomato soup better, if we're going to buy that. Got my key back. This, we want a door, or we want a room that curves right. And we don't have one. Ooh! But the aquarium counts as every type of room, meaning it counts as a bedroom. So the bedroom closet gives us 4 items instead of 2. Hell yeah. Metal detector. key, ivory dye, compass. All right. So now we just we want like as many doors as possible here. Man, I really gotta figure out the office puzzle. For now, I'm gonna say observatory here because that's gonna give me... the compass makes rooms point north more often. Alright, we got Dimondius Major! Whoa! In the Southern Cross. Okay, okay. I showed her the cats, you know, when Mrs. Dash and I were on a cute little, video chat, you know, and I showed her the cats, having dinner. Do you know where the weight room is? Weight room is terrible. I think we take hallway here. And then we'll do this. Oh, we got more? Aha. Okay, okay. Hey, there's our utility closet, so we can pay off the security room visit. I don't love the lack of doors that gives me, you know? I find the lack of doors disturbing. But, But we can do that. So now we actually want to... it's Puppy Jack's birthday tomorrow? Nice. So now I actually want to go all the way back down here and turn the security level to high on the security room. Because that will make keycard doors appear more frequently. And all keycard doors are unlocked. Because the power is off. Alright, so put me here. Keycard system. Set the security level to high. Alright, nice. Now, we'll take the spare room here. Not a huge fan of how that works out, but I think we can save it. Uh-oh. This is looking really bad. Okay. Get me the storeroom. And once again, I do gotta look around for, like, documents that tell me information about the story so that I can start writing all that down. But okay, now here we want something that goes straight through. We need a straight through. There's not a single straight through. So I need to redraw. Drafting studio. Absolutely. Okay, okay. Oh, and we can see the floor plan today for the Great Hall if I want to here, yeah. Let's just snip this so that when I draft the Great Hall today, we know where to use our keys. And then what's this? This is one of the green rooms, I think. You want a nice FPS puzzler? Dude, this is your game. A very detailed paper model of a safe. I haven't seen this before. What room is this? It's the boudoir where the safe is like around a thing here. So it might be that one. It might be that room. Just not completed yet. All right, anyway. Here we go. We can unlock the vestibule, which sounds pretty interesting. Casino. Not super interested in that. Clock tower. Tomorrow you will start with 1 key for every time room. I'm gonna take the vestibule. This is just an interesting sounding room. Okay. Clock tower sounds like it might have something cool in it, though. So now we need something that curves left. Perfect. We got the billiard room. All right. So, 20. Oh, geez. I don't know what bullseye means. Uh-oh. The billiard room is starting to do shit I've never seen before. Maybe it is 2 more ads? Like, does this mean 9? Yes. So is this 6 plus 3? Is this 9 again? Yes. So this is now 15. Minus 5, 10. No. Okay, so that's 20. This is 9. Maybe it just means you triple the result. So this could be... No, because then this would be 0. Have a square and a circle ever been important to math in this game, the way that math is done? No. So here's how we have to think of it. If this does not mean 15 minus 5 equals 10, then that means why does this equal 9? It could be that it's not just 3 tripled. It would have to mean that it's like... What would be consistent? So the thing is, billiards rules don't matter. Or sorry, darts rules don't matter. And that was specifically like the game explicitly told us in a clue that darts rules don't matter. So if this is 9, oh, whoops. If this is 9 and this is 9. See, this is like that game, The Seventh Guest, except I don't have to wait 10 seconds between every clip listening to characters say, which one do I think it's gonna be? Gosh, what's the pattern here? Anyway. So why was that 9 and this is 9? It can't just be as simple as the center is equal to 6. But that would be consistent here. So that would mean that this is 6. Because it would be 11 minus 5. Okay, yeah, it's not that. Oh, whoops. Titita, how's it going? Let's see. I don't remember getting any clues anywhere that mean anything to do with the bullseye. So we just have to figure out why 3 with a bullseye, plus 3 with a bullseye, and then plus 2 plus 1 with a bullseye both equal 15. Or both equal 9. Because the other things that I could think of would be like, something like, Sinlock. Hey, thank you. Hey, FF7 is my favorite game too. If we... It can't be like triple everything, because then this would equal 0. It can't be... Like, it must affect the addition differently than it affects the subtraction? You know what we need to... I mean, I'm tempted to brute force the answer to this one to then logic it out. You know what I mean? Here, fine. You go into a different spot. You become new. And then... Alright. Oh, it was 20? Okay. Why was this 20? I mean, if we take the idea that that like it affects subtraction differently than addition, I mean 15 plus 5 is 20. Who knows? I'm gonna have to see more of that puzzle in order to really get the rules down. But okay. You know, then you keep it to yourself. Oh no! This is a dead end! Uh-oh, this is really bad for me. Alright, I think I just gotta take the bunk. And... figure out, Oh, hey! The Turtles of Vera. We know what Vera is now. Yeah, it's this. Alright. And then... here was this whole thing. So Simon is us. But we had a brother. So let's pop over to my other notepad. Wait, where's my other... oh, here it is. And we'll say... Simon is me. Had a brother. And here's the old estate owners. Okay, so we are fast running out of doors here. So I'm gonna have to come up here and let's use the silver key. Also, I got some money. We'll take a club sandwich. Because I think I only have one red room. Yeah, the aquarium. Okay, so let's go this way. Oh, passageway is perfect here. Actually, Great Hall is good because it doesn't take any gems, and I know how to get through it. Except for the fact that everything is guaranteed to be locked, which isn't great. Maybe we will take the passageway instead. Alright, so that opens us back up a bit. The rotunda can rotate. Always? Have I gotten... I don't know if I've done rotunda yet. I'm gonna try it. I don't think I've actually seen this room yet. Alright, yeah, this is sweet. Alright. Ooh, chapel is perfect here. We've got the power of the bishop, so we make 30 coins instead of having to pay. Down here, hoping for a good dead end. Suppose I'll take the breakfast nook here. That gives us some... I have not gone back to the shrine yet. So yeah, we got some good steps here. Okay. Getting to the back ranks here. I would like to have more gems at this point. Okay, bedroom. Hey, this is where we learn about the billiard room. So, who is this? KL. So, just wanted to write you back a quick note. Thank you for the weekend. I had a thrilling time on the hunt with Lord Evanson, whose peculiar personality somewhat made up for your own absence. I also appreciate your new game in the billiard room. Okay. So KL hangs out with her. I believe this must be referring to Herbert. And also hangs out with Lord Evanson. Whoever that is. All right. Car keys, nice. And I'm trying to be on the lookout for the realm symbols as well as I move around. But I really don't see them very much. Okay, so now, if we go back to the rotunda... Let's go this way. I think we just do a normal unlock here as well. I think it's got to be Great Hall. What's bling blongin'? Oh, probably something behind this door. Okay, so the archways are there. So if we are looking this way, then this room is open. I mean, the metal detector is telling me that there's something here. I gotta try it. 2 keys for the price of 1. You gotta love it. Nice. Now we're hitting the back rank. Alright. We got the music room. So I'm out of diamonds now. I don't like being out of diamonds. But... Sanctum key? What? This is the first time I've seen the Sanctum key. So this is the second time I've seen the Sanctum key. The first time I got it out of... The reason that's so surprising is... The first time I got the Sanctum key, it was in a box at the bottom of the reservoir. So that almost makes it seem like now that I've seen it, now it can spawn anywhere. Or it's just a property of the music room, maybe, that the music room can spawn it. These keys are huge. Okay. Oh, man. See, I really would like this, like, either the... I would like either of these a lot, but I need a gem. So, our only choice today is the library. Let's see what else there is that I haven't really seen. Okay, so these are gameplay stats. Oh, you can really tell that these trees are 2D. Look at that, they're billboards. Funny. That? Oh, yeah. Oh, but only those ones. Only the ones, like, in the... Because we're at the very back of the estate. So, like, these are 3D trees. But then these ones back here are fake. Funny. Alright, Mount Holly scrapbook. Ooh, November 5th. Okay, this might actually be important. Where's my dates? Oh, I already wrote that down. Okay. My favorite floor plans? Really? So I guess this is like when this shows up, I always take it. Funny. I think the reason though is because I was trying to solve the chess puzzle and the queen is in this room. But all right, all right. Largest purchase, moon pendant. Ooh, I don't know. We got some empty spots here. Yeah, I've never drafted Maid's Chamber. I guess I guess I ought to draft it so I can see if there's any information in it, you know. Got up to grade 5 last time. We still got to do a fuller classroom run. Okay. But anyway, that's the end of the line here. All right. Still 5 keys. Right. We're not smarter than a 5th grader. Just only just as smart. Well, I guess I can retrieve my sledgehammer. And you know what? I can check the sanctum key for when yeah, I'm going to check the sanctum key for when I figure out what the hell to do with it. I'm so clever. Okay. Ooh, Jim. The Gaim actually doesn't do anything bad to me because I turned the power off already. And here we go. Now the keycard doors are paying off. The study. I don't know if I've been to the study. Have I seen this room before? I don't think I have. This might be the paper... Oh, and it's the king is here. I think the king is also in the office. It's very interesting that earlier we saw a paper model of this safe, but I don't know what it was supposed to tell me. I don't know if it's possible with so little time left, but I need to remember to ask Anne if we can commission new artwork for all the rooms of the house. We need them produced in sets of 2, a pair for each room. Honestly, I have no idea what I'm thinking. I'm likely delusional to think this can be pulled off by Thursday. Okay, so this is more clues about how the letter puzzles work. I feel like I ended up figuring that out with very little help, because I keep finding clues for it now. Oh, here we go. So yeah, yeah, this is telling us like all of it. So there's that. Now here's this though. So the unused, we've got G, T, D, R, and N. I guess that can't spell a word. Oh, of course, Smurfton. Yeah. Well, so this is the study. I mean, I got no idea what date is going to be on this one. We'll just throw out the 1105. Didn't think so. All right. I guess that's all that we have here. I would really like to go back to, what room was it? The drafting studio, and look at that paper safe again. Okay, this is potentially my last room. Yep. My only option is to take the archives. Because everything else dead ends me. Hopefully in the archives I'll be able to find something useful here. August 22nd, 85. Alright, so here's more dates for us. August 22nd. And then I'm even gonna, we'll 85 it as well, just in case. Marigold wins Herald Literary Honor. And then January 27th. Swimbird author never considered herself success. So on this page, we definitely need to put Marion Marigold here. Children's book author. Popular children's writer Marion Marigold adds yet another feather to her scholastic cap when she discovered on Thursday that her picture book Swimbird had been chosen as the Herald Literary Medal Illustrated Book of the Year. This is Marigold's second time winning this prestigious honor. So, let's actually write that down. Second time for Swimboard. Homer, he can't see you winking through the phone. The previous medal was, of course, her debut effort. Oh. Disgruntled Goat, thank you for the 6 months! Okay, so, okay. Debut book won literary award. She was no stranger to the public eye even before her literary success. The niece and closest living relation of Baron H.S. Sinclair. Ah. Okay. Yeah, so Wait, who's Baron and who's Herbert? Okay, hang on. I shouldn't have put Herbert here. She only wrote Sinclair. She didn't, or KL only wrote Sinclair. No, I'm thinking out loud. This person only wrote Sinclair, and I assumed Herbert. So Baron, H.S. Sinclair. Maybe the H is for Herbert though, and like, see, this is the thing, is I have not been paying a ton of attention to the story stuff. So like, this is why I need to write this stuff down, because it's time to start paying attention. So, niece and closest living relative of Baron H.S. Sinclair. Mary began using Marigold as a pen name to free her from the political associations that one might make with the Sinclair family. Okay. Sinclair family, is, what's the word for this? Like, notoriously political? Alright. So then here's this one. Swimbird author never considered herself success. She confided, my son was the one that actually got me to start writing. I had always challenged myself to never tell him the same story twice at bedtime. And so, as we ran out of books we owed, my imagination had to take over from there. Marigold has elaborated in previous interviews that her debut book, Red Prince, is based on her son and his love for the color red. I'm like 90% sure that the Red Prince is us. I think that became apparent at some point. So I'm gonna go ahead and question mark Red Prince under Simon, and then say Simon's mother, question mark. Based on her son and his inflexible love of the color red. A statement that has been held with much skepticism by the many pundits that viewed the book as a rather thinly veiled political critique of the Royalist Party and their unwavering blind loyalty to the throne. Alright. November 11th, 86. Leaked dossier naming them person of interest. Publisher and author. So yeah, I'm not sure. Like, the existence of this in this archive book makes it sound like it's Marion that they're talking about, but we can't be sure of that. But yeah, publisher and author detained by Red Guard questioned. Alright. Caleb Manning and his publisher Philip White were 2 of 3 dozen names that appeared on a leaked dossier naming them person of interest in the Trinsdale bombing that killed 4 people last Tuesday. Although no group has come forth to officially take responsibility of the attack, it's widely believed by authorities to be the work of the insurgent group RLCF, who also call themselves the Children of Blackwater. So, RLCF, the Children of Blackwater. believed to have done, what's the word? Committed? Believed to have bombed Trinsdale. Killing 4 people. But now, does that mean that Caleb Manning and Philip White? Oh, wait, yeah, publisher. So the author is Caleb, the publisher is Philip. Gotcha. So Caleb Manning is an author, person of interest in Trinsdale bombing, and then Philip White is a Caleb's publisher, POI, in Trinsdale bombing. Ruffington Press was quick to dismiss the rumors in a statement released on Friday, maintaining that the popular author and Mr. White were simply victims of an unfortunate happenstance, whatever that means. This would not be the first time that the publishing house has defended a rogue employee. 3 years ago, an associate editor with the company was arrested for criminal conspiracy, though the charges were later dropped. November 17th, Marigold drops publisher. Marigold drops publisher. Publisher Ruffington Press. Ruffington Press denies involvement. And then, so now on this over here, we should say, so Philip White was the publisher. Does that mean Ruffington Press? Okay. Local author and popular personality Marion Marigold has announced a split with her long-term publishing partner Ruffington Press, citing personal reasons. The announcement came after the arrest last week of fellow author and colleague Caleb Manning, whom Marigold has past referred to as her mentor, friend, and confidant. Okay. Mentor, friend, and confidant of Marion Marigold. And then we'll put up here, split with Ruffington Press as publisher. Week after Caleb's arrest. Marigold is the third prominent writer to distance themselves from the publisher this week. Seen at the corner, suspicious bag. Okay. And now, oh man, there's a lot more. Okay. Oh, this is the game now. Here's the thing. This seems like a game that, like, the more you play it, the less time you spend in game, and the more time you spend looking through your notes. All right, so now we've got February 22nd, 87. No trace is discovered of Cinca Eris, but search continues. Okay. Mary Matthew Jones, the author and illustrator whose fanciful stories are written under the pen name Marion Marigold. Whoa! Okay, right. Alright, so back to this. Marion Marigold, real name Mary Matthew Jones, was last seen by a close friend around 3:45 p.m. Friday, getting into a carriage after a late luncheon date at the 100 Bells Tea Room in Trinsdale. Mrs. Jones never arrived home, and the carriage driver cannot be located. Family and local authorities are very concerned, but have not deemed the case foul play. It's an out-of-character incident at this point, and we are seeking information. So, disappeared after lunch in Trinsdale. Priceless jewels stolen in dramatic Royal Museum heist. So this is September 2nd. Oh, museum's a weird word to type. Alright, thieves in the royal capital of Fen Aries. We know what that is now. No, we don't. Okay. Well, I bet we can find it here. No. By the way, can't help but notice we've got 7 continents. This is 7, but they don't fully match up. What's missing? What's different? We've got Polytron logo. We've got horseshoe. We've got... oh, the Pentagon. There's no Pentagon here. But in the... oh, and then... we think we know that this is Pentagon? Ah, that's probably what the political statement is. I see. Okay, so this is the only kid to draw this symbol. And it's in place of where the Pentagon should be. So there is a relationship between the Pentagon and the ticket. So I gotta like draw that here. So Pentagon and ticket. These are related somehow. Okay, okay. Oh, and then maybe this is where... Yeah, okay, Fen Ares is... I mean, I don't know. I'm not really sure what this is referring to exactly. Maybe Araja is down here, Arch Ares is up there, and this is Fen Ares? Royal Museum. Mount Holly's up here. So anyway, thieves in the royal capital of Fen Ares have broken into one of the crown's fabled closed exhibits. These lavish rooms have historically been reserved exclusively for the use of aristocracy and high peerage, and access has never been granted to those outside noble circles, at least not until today, as local police and forensic experts have been spotted in virtually every corner of the museum grounds dredging for clues. The museum authorities said they were alerted in the middle of the night by reports of several masked intruders, seen breaching the south wall and brandishing firearms. The intruders broke into the museum, subdued the royal guard, and disabled the security system. By the time the militia arrived on the scene, the burglars had simply vanished. Although an official registry of the lost jewels has not been publicly announced, among the treasured artifacts rumored to be stolen is the renowned ruby crown of Orinda Ares, the priceless crown jewel whose material worth pales in comparison to the historic value. If these rumors are true, the evidence may suggest the theft was politically motivated. So, stole ruby crown of Orinda Ares. Orinda Ares being... Isn't that the name of a whole place? Yeah. Okay. And that's it. That's the end. Okay. Well, there we go. We spent quite a while in the archives here, trying to put together some more story. Alright, and now we're gonna have some trouble drafting because we can't see all of our plans anymore. I cut off the top if I take this. I'll risk the archive here. Dead end. But this is overlooking the east side. And by the way, this is one of my current unknowns in the game, is how do I get out here? Because of course with the garage, it was that we had to draft the garage and then power it. Cloister me? No, I have not figured out that yet. Okay. Mr. Nogula. So let's go to here. Mr. Nogula is the new... I believe he's the new groundskeeper, I think. If you're reading this, it seems the day has finally come and the cloister is at long last getting some much overdue maintenance. I've left you a literal token of appreciation to serve as positive reinforcement, which should grant you a bit of extra spending money each day while working on the estate. We have learned from our dealings with your predecessor that it's much cheaper in the long run to be generous. So yeah. So he's the new groundskeeper. Okay. Hit me with the archived plan, whatever that's gonna be. This is the room that had the, this is the boudoir. Which means we get a gem. You know what? I should reread the red letters, shouldn't I? Herbert. I was distraught to learn that you have chosen to omit the details of dear Marion's disappearance from the public record. Who's talking? Daniel. It is no surprise to me that the royal court would want this embarrassment kept as quiet as possible, but I'm shocked that you have so little regard for your niece that you would play the king's scullion and stoop till kissing the foot that treads upon her memory. She gave up her family, her fortune, and her life, and all you can do is think of your name. Having never had a family name, nor fortune of my own, I cannot personally condemn you for faltering in your commitment to make the same sacrifices she did. But for the love of God, do not, by that same display of weakness, clutch your petty assets so tightly that you undermine the cause that she forfeited everything to further. Our countrymen must be made aware of the price she paid, and must be made to see the color of the flag she flew as she rode into the darkness of 100 nights. To deny her story is to deny her life. If through your silence you bless this betrayal, our son, Simon, your heir, will inherit a fortune of lies, and will spit upon your grave when he learns of your cursed foolishness. Needless to say, we will not be coming for Christmas this year. Okay. Simon's mother married to Daniel. Disappearance. Herbert knew something of the disappearance. And kept it secret. Daniel was pissed. Okay. I can't remember where the other red letter was that we found. Okay, yep, this is my only option. Oh! The dining room, eh? Oh, we're at the back of the foundation. Funny. And now, we get 30 steps for dinner because we have an aquarium. Lemony. So that's gonna let me make a big blessing. Something that turns right is really good here. We will take the morning room. Oh yeah, morning room is tomorrow. We get 2 gems at the start. Right. The Baron of Mount Baron is just a title. Forgive me for like something that's super obvious, but look, I don't fucking know this stuff. All right, so this is almost certainly Herbert. I need to cross-reference this. I need this to be here. Name's nephew, provisional heir. Yep. So this is November 5th, which I already have written down. November 5th. Yeah, I mean, hey, you know, Baron is a name, right? Isn't Trump's kid named Baron, for example? In the blue hours of Wednesday morning, the venerable Baron of Mount Holly, Herbert S. Sinclair, passed away at the ripe age of 73. Okay, so I mean, hey, let's say it. Died at 73, named Simon his heir. Wait. Are you saying Don is like, he's like the mafia Don? And his name isn't Don, like Donald? I guess I haven't really read the words closely enough. Do they say the Don at some point? After a prolonged struggle with a heart condition that had been kept from the public, I didn't even know he was sick, until his final days. Esteemed as a pillar of society and renowned for his penchant for crafting puzzles, he was a source of endless fascination to our readers over the years, not least through his popular column, Baron Bafflers, which he penned for over a decade. The particulars of the announcement of his successor yesterday has left devoted followers with one last intrigue to ponder. The reading of his will precipitated a flurry of speculation for his niece and presumptive heir, the much-loved and lamented Mary Matthew Jones. Wait a second. For his niece and presumptive heir, the much-beloved and lamented Mary Matthew Jones, right, has been missing, presumed deceased, for the past 6 years. Okay, so named Simon his heir. This is 6 years after Marion's disappearance. Mrs. Jones, better known to her readers by her pen name Mary Marigold, enchanted the hearts and minds of children across the realm with her literal creations, such as The Red Prince, Swimbird, and A New Clue. Her disappearance remains one of the age's most tragic mysteries. With her whereabouts unknown, it was Marigold's own son, Simon P. Jones, a lad of but 14 summers, who was yesterday named the provisional heir to the sprawling Cinca Empire. 14 years old, heir to the Cinca Empire. And now that name Cinca, no trace discovered of Cinca heiress. Okay. Swimbird kind of sucked. I mean, it was for kids, right? Her disappearance remains one of the age's most tragic mysteries. With her whereabouts unknown, it was Marigold's own son, Simon P. Jones, a lad of about 14 summers, who was yesterday named provisional. However, this vast inheritance is accompanied by an undisclosed contractual condition. Given the Baron's well-known penchant for tests of mettle and wit, it's clear that the young heir from Reddington distinguished his own right as last year's It's clear that the young heir from Reddington distinguished his own right as last year's county science fair runner-up faces an extraordinary challenge in the coming weeks. So, from Reddington. All right. Sledgehammer. Oh, dude, there was another sledgehammer thing earlier that I didn't open, I don't think. I think I walked past one. Whoa. Why am I holding these books up? Here, down here on the bottom right. Oh, that must be something. Maybe it's something to do with the archives. A package will be delivered here the day after drafting this room. Alright, so I need to get a mailroom tomorrow also. Dad to Simon P. So this is Daniel. I mean, we can write down Dad's address now, if that's ever going to be important. Daniel. Married to Marion Marigold. Dad. Simon's dad. 1809 Alice Drive, Fen, Aries, 63022. Hey, buddy. How's it going up there in that big house? I think most people would be pretty scared being alone for this length of time, but I have a feeling you're doing just fine. I imagine you're happy as a clam, perfectly content on the estate with the exploration and opportunities for adventure that present themselves each day. As I'm writing this, you're currently in the garage packing the... As I'm writing this, you're currently in the garage packing the tent. I wanted to try to post this letter before we depart tomorrow so that it has a chance to arrive during your first few days on the estate, but with all the preparations, I'm not sure that I'm going to find the time. There's so much I want to say, and I'm sure I'll forget to tell you Friday night. Sometimes it's easier for me to just jot this stuff down. You're yelling at me right now to come bring you a pillowcase. Hold on a second, I'll be right back. I can tell you're really excited, but I think I might feel a little guilty about being so happy the day after the funeral. Believe me, I know how long Uncle Herbert worked on setting this up for you, and I know from our conversations just how much happiness this final project brought him. So do us both a favor, be excited. The house really is amazing. I know it's been almost 7 years since we were last up there, and I'm really curious to hear just how much you remember from those summer trips. You've always been smarter than me at this kind of thing, so I'm not sure how much guidance or inspiration I can offer before your trip that'll actually be useful to you. Despite my best intentions, I'm sure that on Friday I'll end up leaving you with a few of my overused cliche expressions when we say farewell. Later, alligator. Dad. P.S. Get some sleep each night and don't spend all your time each day playing Dirigiblocks? Dirigiblocks? What the hell is that? Okay, well that's sweet. A letter from Dad. I didn't really see anything in there that was, that seemed like informational, you know? Please return all correspondence and packages addressed to Denny Revane to sender, as he is no longer employed with our staff. Alright. Denny Revane got fired. Well, he just no longer works there. No longer works at estate. Maybe he retired. Uh, did I feel like I need the maybe the magnifying glass. Ah, shit. Okay. Bring magnifier to mailroom. All right. What else we got? Oh yeah, I did. Wait, have I really seen this? More detailed instructions will be sent by electronic mail to the address the client has provided. So, press any button above to activate blue. Press a blue next to a red to activate purple. 5 purples are needed to activate the 6th. Yeah, like we kind of already did that. Did that stuff, but you know. Okay. All right. I don't think that there's anything more in here today. And that is the end of drafting for today. Because I'm out of doors. So, I think I did some good stuff, though. We checked in the sanctum key. So now whenever it is that I get that, I'll be able to I'll be able to or whenever I figure out what to do with that, I'll be able to go get it. Okay. We got plenty of steps left. Oh, here's this. That's what I'm doing right now, DBZ. So yeah, now we just take all of our money back to the shrine. Oh. Oh. Can't step on the flowers. Man, my days in this game are getting really long, I feel. But yeah, I'm like a tad aimless right now as far as like finding out what the what the next big thing I'm doing is. All right. Maximum donation. Confirm. Blessing of the High Roller. Each time you draft a shop room, gain an ivory die. And gain 5 coins each time you roll the die for 6 days. Dang, that's great. All right. Well, that calls it a day. Let's get one more day in here. Let's do another. Man, I got pretty close to filling the whole house. it. I'm curious, RJ, since you're very invested and you're into the game, have you gotten like a lot farther than what I'm doing and like uncovered a lot of the mysteries that I'm starting to try to work toward? Okay, next. Oh. Let's see what we got today. The shelter. I do like the shelter. Gotcha. I like Root Cellar quite a bit too, though. And the shelter doesn't do as much for me now. I do still really like it. It like you can take the archives and feel good about it if you have a shelter. And I like that a lot. Oh, yeah, this is where the other red letter was. It was in the time safe. I totally forgot. Okay. Dear Uncle, the disappearance of my cousin Mary... Wait a second. Simon's mother... I can only imagine, she is Herbert's daughter, but I'm not positive if that's confirmed yet. But if that's the truth, yes, that would make Marion's cousin would make Herbert her uncle. Okay. Dear Uncle, the disappearance of my cousin Mary has long sat unfavorably with me and my father. I will freely admit to you that the chilly airs of indifference you may have felt in my presence can be attributed entirely to the suspicions I have harbored for these past years. Suspicions entirely aimed at yourself. And while I have never had the opportunity to prove it, I felt very strongly that you had some deeper involvement in those events 4 years ago. The circulating rumors of those months did nothing but further reinforce my convictions in this fact. Those of us that are once bitten are twice shy, and I'm aware of the cost my aggressively aloof behavior has had on the social standing of our family. I do not apologize for my actions, though I am now willing to admit that the conclusions I reached may have been flawed. Last week, I had a confidential conversation with one of our mutual acquaintances, a conversation that has shed more light on this mystery than all of my father's countless fruitless inquiries over the years. I now have reason to believe that you were in fact responsible for smuggling my cousin under cover of night across the red border to the southern sea front. And I believe this may have occurred in September, a full 7 months after she was reported missing. A date that coincides not with her public disappearance in February, but instead with the notable theft of the Ruby Crown. See, now we actually know what this shit is because I've been paying attention. If the Blackwater insurgents were in fact responsible for the heist as some have claimed, I believe this scenario entirely plausible, and the fact that 2 of the Crown's 8 rubies have now surfaced has given me renewed optimism that she is still alive, safe, and finally free. Perhaps my willingness to accept such a sensational story betrays my own desperation. Desperation for answers, desperation for hope, and desperation for a narrative in which you are not the villain. In that distant land we all dream of, the land where the strangling crimson curtains draped across our sky are pulled back, and the windows and shutters of discontent flung wide open. In that distant land, I pray one day to find our Marion safe, happy, and absolved. Okay. Courtney is Marion's cousin. Believes Marion's disappearance was her being smuggled across the red border with Herbert's help. Involvement of Blackwater in the heist would corroborate this for some reason. Right? Is that what she meant? If the Blackwater insurgents were in fact responsible for the heist as some have claimed, I believe this scenario entirely plausible. That scenario being that she was smuggled across the red border to the south. So what is the red border? Could that be from Orindia to Orinda Ares? Or is that just Arch Ares down to Fen Ares or something? Or maybe the red border, because we're talking Reddington, right? Mount Holly is right here. Marion may have lived in Reddington, probably. And so perhaps, like, if we're talking about getting to the Royal Museum where the heist happened, then perhaps the red border is just somewhere in here. To the southern seafront, though. I mean, like, down here we talking? And now I don't know where else to put this information, but, so I'll put it under Courtney. It says 2 of the 8 crown rubies have been recovered? See you later, Kino. Is that the word she used? Recovered? Surfaced. They've surfaced. Okay. Alright, good stuff. Meow. We've got our shelter. All right, let's get drafting another mansion. Remember, I want the mail room quite a bit. Once again, you know, I feel like Dragon has some pretty rough luck with the show cats. I feel like the cats are never around. So, once again, enjoy my favorite picture of magic. Look at how cute he is. And like I showed last time also, the rockin' sock that he's sitting on is right there. Right next to it. That was a coincidence. I still haven't hung this up, I don't know whether to hang this up here or over there, but yeah. The cat is a lie. Oh. Magic, like, never comes down here. He's come down here, like, twice since we've moved here. As far as when I'm streaming. Alright. Grab that allowance. Let's get going. Storeroom, corridor, hallway. Start me off with a hallway. Yeah, TT-ta. What happened was we were researching why some copies of the game have faster loading times than others, and so I needed several copies of the game to, you know... Ah, here we go. Mailroom. They're sound foam. They keep my voice from bouncing around too much, which makes the mic sound better. Alright, here's my package. Cinca Company, date packed 11/5 by K. Thompson. Oh, brass compass, sleeping mask, and a couple keys. Well, how about that? That's pretty neato. Nothing is different in here today. Alright, if I get the magnifying glass, remember to take that back in here. Sanctum key is with the coat check. I don't need that. Let's take a corridor here. Ooh, chapel. I think observatory is actually better here, though. I like the way it points. Alright, what do we got? Clavis the key. Farmer's apple. The twins. A pair of chests has been added to the entrance hall. Oh, fun. Hopefully we'll get a sledgehammer for those. Ben Aries, Bird and Sons Publishing. Richard Witt. This book contains a complete starbase, a list of constellations, and the observed effects that accompany... Okay. I'm looking for lore shit now, you know? West Wing Hall is perfect here. June 15th, 83. Out of respect for the late Lady Clara Epson, the West Wing will be closed until further notice. While the floor plans associated with this wing have not been removed from the pool, we ask that staff members refrain from drafting them during the period of mourning. Lady Clara Epson. Clara Epson died in the West Wing? Oh, 06/15 83. All right, good chance for a good dead end here. Guest bedroom would be good. Yeah, I'll do that. Magnifier. Okay. So let's immediately take that magnifier back to the mailroom and see what that little message was. Did they ever prove he was the one that stole the Baron's mail? Ah. Suspected to have been stealing Herbert's mail. Okay, okay. All right, let's keep it moving here. I gotta take the garage. It's very hard to pass up the triple key. Okay, so now back to the entrance hall, and I'm not too worried about good drafting here because we have the compass already, so pointing forward won't be that big of a problem. Should I just open these without the sledgehammer since I have 7 keys? I think I will. Triple gem. I traded 1 gem for 3 keys, and then I traded 1 key for 3 gems. Okay. Yeah, we're wanting the den here. So yeah, I like writing everything down now because it gives me renewed interest to, like, on a day like today where I don't really know what I'm doing with this day yet. Ooh, that's perfect. It still gives me something to do, you know. And I like do. Definitely commissary. Oh yeah, that's right. Shops give me dice. And hey, that's pretty easy to read with the magnifier. Shops give me dice, and then using dice gives me coins. And then I mean, I think we just take like everything here. $10 coins for 1 key is pretty rough. We'll come back if we need to for that. All right, I think we want pantry here. Yeah. Bridget, please pick up some more fruit before Friday, as we've just been informed that we may have an extra guest exploring the house next week. 50 steps should be more than enough, so I think an even spread would be ideal. The enclosed amount should cover expenses, but please bring back any change from the order and leave it in the pantry. So Bridget is being asked to get groceries. So that's like in this kind of area. Bridget. Is it with a D? Yes. Is asked to get groceries. You know, we gotta get an idea of the staff around here. We gotta remember their names for when it's time for us to give them orders. Man, I'm getting a little hungry. Is there something in the lab that I haven't done yet, I wonder? I do know that this is a room that we want to attach to the boiler. Well, we already did this, so I already attached it to the boiler room. I did this puzzle, and what did that do? I think that's how we opened, like, Black Ridge Grotto or Apple Orchard, or not Apple Orchard. I think it's how we opened one of those things, though. The grotto, yeah. Now, let me see, though. Is there any other thing in this room that I can interact with that I haven't solved yet? There's this, which I don't know what the Wait a second. This might have to do with melting the freezer. So room temperature is above complete thaw, which is good to know. Test 205 at atmospheric pressure. But, like, I don't know what this... I mean, like, the only thing that has to do with freezing and thawing is the freezer. But... I don't know how to make the freezer be room temperature yet. Okay, parlor would be good here. I also like security. Let's do parlor. Herbert, it was a great honor receiving the invitation to dine at your estate with the Oldhams this past Thursday. If I'm being frank, it had been quite a while since we had been seen in decent society, and we were beginning to worry that my wife's wit had lost its charm. I have no delusions that my company is rival to hers. If I can refresh your memory, we both spent much of that evening discovering our mutual love of games and puzzles, and I had mentioned to you a rather singular parlor game I had played some years back involving 3 boxes of different colors. I've decided I include with this letter all the details you will need to share with guests should you be inclined to play this confounding game. M. Lowry. This goes to me down by... who is the lady? Here we go. KL. Alright, M. Lowry has dinner with Herbert and the Oldhams. The Oldhams. Okay. Alright, what do we got? One of the other 2 boxes is false. You will open this box and find it empty. The blue box is true. If the blue box, if this is true, and then this is true, that would be congruent with this being false. I feel like this definitively must be false. If this was false, then this would be false, which would mean that these are both true, and that's contradictory. None of them say about where the gems are, though. So hang on, let's think about this. If this was false, this would have to be false. This being false would mean that these would have to both be true. That's contradictory. So this has to be true. That means this has to be true. That means that the false box has to be this one. You will open this box and find it empty is false. So which one is it then? What if we think of it another way? I feel like logically we've got it nailed down. Wait! It being false just means that it has the gems. It just means that it won't be empty. I was thinking it's false, which means that we don't open it. But no, it means that if we do open it, it's the one that has the gems. Got it. That's funny, dude. That's a good one. Okay. Dining room? I really like Rotunda. We gotta take Rotunda. This is a perfect spot to give me a door on all four. Okay, I like security here quite a bit. It's gonna be a little tough to get the rest of everything situated, but I think we're good. All right. And then we're always coming in here, and we're switching this to unlocked, please. Confirm setting. What makes this one blue, you think? All right, we want dark room. Perfect here. And remember, we have the shelter, so it's not gonna go dark. Ooh, but I need a key card to go down. Okay. Or, so we need a key card, or we need a utility closet. Hey, here was this. For the apple orchard. Wait. Green memos found in Hartley's room are always false? Well, who the hell is Hartley? Well, I better remember this. Hey, lockpick kit. Hey, this is the office. Don't see anything suspicious about it, though. Okay. So, Cinca Company is actually the developer of the camera? That's pretty interesting. Alright, I will take a utility closet anytime now. +1 for each bedroom in the house? Ah, shoot, I haven't done very many bedrooms this time. I think I gotta have this walk-in closet right here. I think this is the best option. Ooh, deposit box. So now we need the vault, right? I don't think I've done... I'm almost sure I have not done that yet. Okay, okay. All right, and here's why we did the rotunda. And I can go all the way down to the foundation to get doing some other stuff over there. Yeah, Sparrow. So the game is like a roguelike where every day the house empties, and then you build out the house with these randomly drawn rooms every day. So it's got like the structure of a Zelda dungeon, you know, with like the way that the doors are on each of the sides, but different rooms have different, you know, door layouts. And then on the top here, oh, did I never move that? Dude, I swear I moved. That's so weird. I swear I moved chat right at the start of the day, but apparently I didn't. Yeah, so we've got these resources on top. So you need to you need to smartly use your resources. And ooh, the lockpick worked. Chamber of Mirrors lets you draft a second copy of rooms that we already have in the house. That's so weird. I don't really get where that would be useful. Except for maybe if I wanted to increase the odds of classroom, but maybe that would even decrease the odds of classroom. I think I take the pool here just for the doors. And then yeah, we're you know, there's a big there's a big mystery going on. The original purpose of the game is just to reach and get through the antechamber. Because not only is it a challenge to reach the antechamber, but then also you need to do certain things along your run in order to open the doors of it so that you can get through it and get out the back. And so that's the original goal of the game. But now that I've already done that, now we're into the real shit, which is where we're needing to pay a lot more attention find a lot more of the hidden secrets. And ultimately, we're supposed to find 8 red letters, of which I have found 2 so far. Okay, I have to take Cloister here, I feel. And then... there we go. Oh, I forgot that I have the shovel even. Okay. We are on day 32 right now. Ooh, locksmith. Gosh, I really want locksmith, but look how much that cuts off. The locker room also gets me a bunch of keys, allegedly. I'm taking locker room, actually. This also allegedly gets me a bunch of keys. And I can move on. Ay, ay, ay. We got the key card door, though. Okay, so now... oh, and I can't go this way in the pool yet? Okay, so back to the rotunda. And what do we got here? Billiard room is quite good. Yeah, I'll take that. And alright, what do we got today? 15. Uh-oh, we got the bullseyes going again. So, is this 12? No. Is it 7? Wait, was 15 the... okay. Could it be 16? I think it squares the number. I see. So now this is 6. And now it's 16. Oh, and it's a square in the middle. I get it. I was just trying shit. Okay, so 16 times 2 is 30. Wait, yeah, 32. Divided by 16 then is 2. All right, nice. Conference room. I haven't seen this in a long time. Oh man, if only I had this before I picked locker room. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But whatever. All right, I'll take it now. We got a banana. Okay. Passageway is perfect here. Starting to run a little bit low on resources. This, I might as well take a dead end. But it looks like, we didn't really get a super good one. Greetings from Reddington. And I forget, how close is Reddington to the Mount Holly estate? I mean, it's just there. That's right, that's right. I'll take a secret massage, though. Oh, this is a different person than the woman we're used to seeing in all the drawings. Here's antechamber not opened yet. Okay. I've got 3 gems still. That should be enough for a vault. I really want to see the vault here. I don't want to spend any gems because I think the vault takes 3 gems to draft. So storeroom seems fine here. Battery pack. I gotta find a workbench. I've got so much stuff. There's gotta be something that we can make. Nice. Successful. Oh, there's the utility closet, but I can't take it right now. Sledgehammer. I feel like I never see the... okay, firstly, I feel like I never see the chests anywhere. And I also look right past a lot of dirt piles. I've probably missed a bunch. Okay. Vault, please? No. I'll take this here. There was one in the storeroom even. Right. Okay. I'm probably gonna have to go back that way anyway in a bit. Oh no, my last key? I guess it's time. Let's get the 3 key special. Let's just buy 12 keys, why not? But that was a dead end. So now that means we got to go back here. All right, let's go get this dirt pile I missed. And then okay. So I need a utility closet, but I'm also like at the point where I'm not wanting a lot of dead ends, but like we need it. So we just got to go back down to the rotunda here. right. Keep an eye out for chests and dirt piles. Did you have anything left for sale? Oh, right, a key for 10. Okay, so I'm gonna say let's go back to the entrance hall. And go this way first, because I'm gonna be more open to a dead end down here. So I'll take the spare bedroom first. I kind of want to get a full house at some point, you know? But okay, so down here... Alright, so the servants' quarters is much better now than it was before. Now I have, like, too many keys, but, you know. Oh, I also haven't been... Oh, key card! We don't need utility closet anymore! Alright, alright. 12 major keys. So that would be... Okay, let's... I mean... 12 major keys. We've got Secret Garden, Silver, Basement, Sanctum. Do I know of any other special keys besides this? The reason I think it's this is because in the music room, it says that you get one major key and one minor key. And the major key is always one of these special keys. So I think that's what I know for now. Hartley. Oh, yeah. Actually, you know what? Car keys, vault key could be one also, actually. So the thing is, all of these go into a door, you know? These all go into a door. But like but it could mean car keys, vault deposit box key, maybe. Partly, I know we spoke often of this day and I don't think there's anything I can say of the past 40 years that I haven't already attempted to tell you in numerous times in the past. Half-stated gratitude, always interrupted with tactful and polite repudiations from you. I had always known this final letter could give me the perfect opportunity to finally express myself uninterrupted by you and unfettered by social graces, but I don't feel the inclination to say aloud what has always been unsaid between us. With my passing, I release you from your post and service to the Sinclair family and implore you to live the remainder of your years in your own terms. Could this be... No. Okay. As scary and unfamiliar of a concept as that may be to you. Besides, I think a more junior valet... Wait. Valet? Did the was the garage letter not written to somebody specific, or did I just not write it down? Okay. Oh no, it was Christoph. Okay, so Hartley is valet. I think a more junior valet would be better suited to meet the needs of young Master Simon. To that end, so this must be Herbert's writing. To that end, if you wish, you may stay on long enough to oversee the training and establishment of your successor in their post, but as soon as he or she has the lay of the land, my instructions for you to quit must be satisfied. Yeah. Ignoring what I imagine your objections might be after reading this, I've decided to leave the lake house in Trinsdale to you and your family. My lawyers have all the details of the gift and will be contacting you shortly about the particulars. For the past 4 decades, you have served willingly as the subject and victim to my many whims, games, and riddles, and so rest assured, unlike my nephew, you will not be put to yet another challenge to prove yourself worthy in this manner. The house is yours without strings or stipulations. I had for a time gleefully entertained the notion of employing Anne as the house manager of your new residence, but I knew the humor of such a prank would be entirely lost on you, to say nothing of her. Okay, so Hartley Valet released upon Herbert's death, and apparently didn't get along with Anne? Oh, and also inherited a house in Trinsdale. Inherited the lake house in Trinsdale. Okay, okay. And these, oh, there we go. There's all the bedrooms. Hey, where's the aquarium? All right. So let's get around here. I am not looking for keys, dude. There's keys everywhere, apparently. But look, I've got 16 of them. Ooh. Okay. We got... Well, actually, I really want the workshop because I have like 1,000,000 items in my inventory. Is this H? Is the workshop H part of this puzzle? Yes. Okay. The true box does not always contain the prize. Right. Okay, so... It's time to start jamming things together. Now, I had thought that the shovel compass... Oh, I've got this. This is the dowsing rod, right? Shovel battery pack? Shovel broken lever. I don't know yet, Sparrow. Okay, so the battery pack can go on a good number of things. Oh, I don't have access to, like, the list of things that I already know. Okay, I'm fairly certain compass and shovel is the dowsing rod that I already have. So, the question is, what do I want to put the battery pack on? The shovel? I'm afraid that the shovel, it'll basically make the same thing as the sledgehammer. But nah, let's try it. Oh, wait, we can do a third thing even? Broken lever? See, I feel like this is going to make the same thing that the sledgehammer battery pack and broken lever made. But I mean, if I was to do... Okay. Oh, it tells me. Electromagnet. Okay, hang on. So compass battery pack makes the electromagnet. And then, yeah, battery pack, broken lever. Well, if I click this, it's jackhammer. Which is different from power hammer. Okay, make the jackhammer. That sounds interesting. Okay, I'm glad it tells me what it makes. Yeah, dude. Jackhammer. More effective than the shovel at excavation. Digs deeper and finds better items. Oh, okay. And then... Did I have anything left that I can make? No, okay. Alright, cool. We made a new thing. Alright, now I really want this to be like the East Wing. Drawing room works. Perfect. Alright, this can be a dead end. There's my East Wing. Spread gems to green rooms. Oh, and they're all gonna go to the conference room? I'll take it. And yeah, the east side is where I haven't gotten out yet. Alright, here we go. Yeah. We got a coin and a rock. After I got the jackhammer. Okay, now we kind of want to go straight through twice. Oh, but there's the vault. Yeah, I gotta take it. Getting the vault is more important to me than getting a full house. One day we'll get a full house, but today... Today we find out what's in the security box. Okay. So, it was vault key 304. Boom. Upgrade disc. I was really hoping a red letter would be in here. I thought this might have been one of the red letters. But, oh, for the first time, we have seen a sigil, a full sigil. Fen Ares passport. Fen Ares is this whole area. Okay. For Gene Ribbon. Okay. I wonder if this is the passport, the fake passport that was used to smuggle Marion Marigold. I bet this is her. And then, yeah, we've got, we do have some dates here. So, bring me to my dates. We've got 0709 56 is Gene Ribbon's date of birth. We've got 0110 84 is passport issued 0110 94 passport expiry. I don't know what the deal with expiry means. Like, I only ever see this on documents, but nobody ever says this. Instead of just, like, expires. Date of expiration. Like, what we would say is date of expiration, you know? But alright. Very interesting. Kind of can't believe it wasn't a red letter. But I do really, I like that I like that I'm at the point now where I can see a piece of info like that and actually have an idea of what it is. Rather than just like, oh, who's this? We're starting to get into that layer, you know? Okay, so I need to find the keys that the locker room sent. No, I don't. I have 17 keys, whatever. But I do want to go back to the conference room for all them gems. And then we are going to go back to this area where we've got a couple keycard doors to fill out. I think I've mostly done what I can do today. But, you know. Sorry, I have to look at my map every 5 seconds. Oh yeah, the upgrade disc. Good call. This is the conference room. Alright, where's my gems? They're on everybody's plates? Notepads, I mean. Alright, nice. Is Speed Gaming still doing Link to the Past randos all the time? I haven't watched Speed Gaming in forever, so I have no idea. Yeah, I mean, this is a game, like, we're at the point where the game is very complicated right now, Sparrow. But I would totally recommend, like, this is an easy recommendation. This game is really cool. If you start it from the start, it'll make more sense, you know? Where it's like, at first, your goal is just to get to the back, you know? But now we have, like, a whole bunch of extra stuff to try to figure out. So, the next thing to do is I need to make sure to go by the security room. Yeah, which I will do because I'm going to be going to the dark room. All right, here we go. Upgrade disc. What do we got? Upgraded aquarium. I love the aquarium. Okay, okay. We can get the aquarium has money. We can get the aquarium has it adds to our constellation value. That's kind of weird. Or we can make it a power source. I feel like I gotta take power source. It's just so interesting. Power source is definitely most interesting thing to me. Okay. Yeah, I don't even know what I need power for anymore, you know, because I've already solved puzzles using power, but like I don't know, there's probably going to be more. and, you know. All right, here we go. Breakfast nook fits perfectly here. Let's go. All right. Now we want something that turns right. Dang. Well, I mean... Wait. Money and gems will not reset at the end of the day, and they cannot be adjusted or used until tomorrow? I mean, I'm basically at the end of the day. So, I think that that's pretty good. But yeah, So this is one of my biggest, this is one of my biggest mysteries right now, is, we can actually see that there's a red letter in here. But I don't know how to thaw this room yet. I was thinking it could be like... I was thinking it had to do with the furnace. Like having the furnace nearby, but I don't know, that seems too weird. I am just now remembering, though, you know, the utility closet has a breaker that's crossed out. What if that's the freezer? But we need to figure out how to actually move it, you know? Sauna, dining room. I mean, I could just take the sauna and have more steps tomorrow. Basically just call the day here. Oh, we can't get this. Wait, my accounts have been thawed? I had no idea. Okay. That's really interesting. So can I refreeze them now? I mean, it told me on screen that happened. Also, like, the worst case scenario of me not noticing that would be that I don't get the money and gems next day, which wouldn't be the end of the world, you know? But okay, can they refreeze? Yes. Gotcha. Well, all right, there we go. We refroze them. So that was actually good because that allowed me to pick up a gem that I otherwise wasn't gonna be able to pick up. Oh, hi, Mia. All right. Well, we did quite a bit today. Did a lot today. Just in general research. It's all right, Mia. I'll be going up soon. This cat, she's got me on a schedule, you know? It's bedtime. All right, so save the dates. We've now got this, which is people. Save this, because it's got the names of the places on it now. And then don't need that anymore, of course. All right. Well, yeah, this game is continuing to just be excellent, you know, very intriguing, very cool. And I definitely feel like the momentum has slowed down on it, but not to the point where you know, I think that it's still exciting to play. I think that we're still finding enough exciting stuff, you know. But yeah, there we go. Another successful Blueprints day, and you know, I will not be streaming tomorrow because I am picking up Mrs. Dash from the airport. So you'll see me again maybe Thursday. And yeah, thank you for watching, everybody. Let's see who we are going to raid here. Yo, Gravy Train. Who is on right now? Matt over yonder. Matt over yonder is streaming. This guy is one of my favorite streamers, and so I think you guys should go say hi to him. And follow him and have a great time. Yeah, go say hi to Matt over yonder for me and have yourselves a great night. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.